What a weekend. What a weekend as ministers on Monday will be hovering by the phones, maybe Tuesday, for such a visual display of success or failure as holidaymakers to the continent ramp up for the summer season for them this weekend. Now, they've had 2 years. They've had 2 years. Select committees, multiple select committees in the last Parliament were warning that the technology was not going to be ready and that the introduction of this system would be a disaster. How on earth have we got to a position where the Secretary of State is making last-minute dashes to the Commission and the French government to try and get a few extra kiosks for which the technology doesn't work in the first place, as holidaymakers face chaos this weekend?
It's a very theatrical response, Mr. Speaker, on the scale of the challenge that we face from the Shadow Minister. I can confirm to him that the meetings that we have on EES, both within government and with our counterparts, are there to ensure that we get this right ahead of the peak period. That is also why we've supported both the Port of Dover and Eurotunnel with £3.5 million each in preparing for EES. And earlier this week, we announced £20 million in funding, subject to the completion of relevant checks, to further support border infrastructure at the Port of Dover. We are taking a sober, sensible, non-theatrical approach to getting this right.
Greg Smith-Buckle.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I've always enjoyed my exchanges with the Minister, but as the nation devastatingly learned last night, trying to defend a single position for a prolonged period doesn't always have a happy ending. So can I ask the Minister, if we get the chaos that is predicted for holidaymakers and freight operators this weekend, will the government go to the European Union and the French government and demand that this system is shut down and paused until the technology can actually be got right?
Let me thank the Shadow Minister for his question. I can confirm that I've been clear, both with ministers within government, and ministers have been clear with French and EU counterparts, that they should do all that they can to avoid disruption. This includes using the flexibilities that already exist within EES regulations. But we are not being complacent and asking for things retrospectively. We are making the right steps happen now to ensure that our juxtaposed controls are prepared, with £3.5 million each paid to operations to prepare for EES at both the Port of Dover, Eurotunnel and St Pancras.